Box score: Tampa, Florida. An improved defense is setting up number 21 South Florida for a potentially big season. The Bulls forced 6 turnovers and held defending American Athletic Conference champion Tampa to -4 yards rushing Thursday night in a 437 victory that extends the team's winning streak to a school record 9 straight games. Darius Tice rushed for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns, and US40 scored at least 30 points in a nation-leading 21st consecutive game. Dual threat at quarterback Quinton Flowers and an explosive offense usually keys the team's success, however that's beginning to change. The team had 4 interceptions Thursday night, boosting its season total to 12 in 4 games. The Bulls had 8 all last season, when US prospered despite having a leaky defense. In part because of the strides made on defense, the Bulls have not lost since falling by 16 points to Tampa last October in Philadelphia, a setback that wound up costing them a berth in the AC championship game. Coach Charlie Strong said, rather than dwell on what transpired last year, he and his players focused on the importance of setting a tone for this season's conference race. When you play with passion and enthusiasm, that's the kind of performance you'll get, Strong said. Tice scored on runs of 47 and 3 yards. Flowers, coming off accounting for 386 yards and 5 TDs in a 24-point blowout of Illinois, also ran for 2 touchdowns to take sole possession of first place on the Bulls' career rushing TD list with 34. USF's defense, meanwhile, dominated from the start, pressuring Temple's Logan Marchi and coming up with the first 3 interceptions of the season thrown by the Owls quarterback. Backup quarterback Frank Noodle was intercepted once, and the Owls also lost 2 fumbles. "You're not going to lead very many games when you turn the ball over 6 times, Temple coach Jeff Collins said. The thing that we talked about all week was being +3 in the turnover margin, Collins added. They're way too good of a team to be negative, especially -6. The Owls 22 were held to -4 yards net rushing and were outgained 408 yards to 85. Marchi threw for 767 yards, 5 TDs, and no interceptions in his first 3 starts for Temple, but was just 3 of 13 for 32 yards on Thursday night. We've got to get better. We've got to protect the ball, which has been a trademark for us for 3 entire games, Collins said. We let that slip a little bit tonight, but we'll get that corrected. Defensive end Jacob Martin scored Temple's only touchdown, sacking Flowers and forcing a fumble that the defensive end returned 44 yards in the second quarter. The teams have developed a little bit of a rivalry over the past 3 seasons. US knocked off the Theno 21 Owls 44-23 in Tampa 2 years ago, and Rickwill Armstead rushed for 210 yards and 2 TDs to key Temple's 46-30 victory in Philadelphia last October. Both teams finished 71 in league play, with the Owls representing the Eastern Division in the AC championship game for the 2nd straight year under former coach Matt Rhule, who left for Baylor in December. Less than a week later, Strong fired at Texas after 3 Savannah seasons landed at US, which lost former coach Willie Taggart to Oregon. Strong inherited a team that won a school record 11 games and has the Bulls off to their best start since 2011. The takeout Temple. The Owls have lopsided losses to Notre Dame and US wrapped around close wins over Villanova and Massachusetts. The defense has been vulnerable to both the run and pass. Offensively, first-year coach Jeff Collins has to get Marchi and Armstead, who gained 3 yards on 11 carries Thursday night, back on track. South Florida Flowers is one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the nation, however the Bulls are hardly a one-man show on offense. What's becoming clear as the season progresses, though, is a much improved defense has a chance to make this a truly special year for us, which has never won a conference championship. Poll implications: playing 2 consecutive weeknight games on national television has given us some much appreciated attention, however it remains to be seen how much of a difference it makes in the next AP poll. The Bulls climbed 1 spot after last week's dominant performance against Illinois, and it's difficult to imagine them climbing much higher solely on their route of Temple. Up next, Temple Conference home opener against Houston a week from Saturday. South Florida play a Saturday game for the first time in 4 weeks, traveling to East Carolina for conference road opener on September 30th.